pessoal, a gente está aqui hoje com a Ruth Buczynski e vamos falar com ela como ela usa a internet nos negócios dela. Hi Ruth.
Hi.
Thank you very much for being
Absolutely.
here. And would you start giving a small introduction on who you are, what do you do?
Okay. I'm a licensed psychologist in the state of Connecticut. I worked for years seeing patients. And then after leaving private practice, started a company training practitioners. We train physicians and nurses and psychologists and social workers. I'm the president and founder of the National Institute for the Clinical Application of Behavioral Medicine. Now, for a long time, we started that in 1988, and that was a direct mail company. And we would hold conferences, and to do that, we would get a hotel and then get a date and then build a brochure and get everyone to come to a destination. Everyone from all over the United States, including Brazil, would come to our conferences.
So I have people from Brazil?
Some psychologists, yes.
Flying over to the
I know
US?
some psychologists from Brazil, yes,
nice.
Absolutely. And about 2008, I started transitioning out of doing it that way, not immediately, but we started building up a different kind of product by putting it online and by developing a list. We had already had a list, but it was more of a mail list, and
mail, like with post addresses,
and printed brochures and postage and so forth. Would put out maybe several 100,000 brochures all over the United States and actually many parts of the world to announce the conference and to entice people to come to it. But what we did then is develop some incentive for people to give us their email address, to put it on a database that we held on the internet, and then to create products, totally different kinds of products for the same kinds of customers, but delivered online. And because they were online, thousands of people from all over the world participate. When we hold a webinar, we have practitioners, as I said, physicians and nurses and psychologists and social workers from maybe 50 different countries on any given night that we are projecting. Come tune in to listen to our broadcast, and then with Google Analytics you can tell what countries people were from and so forth.
And to give us a size of how many people would listen to this broadcast, and would you be able to do that?
Anywhere from 2,500 to 5,000, maybe even 6,000.
Wow. At a time?
At a time.
Live.
Over 50 different countries. On average, it's somewhere between 3,000 and 4,000.
Okay. And how did you make money out of it?
Because with our model, people can listen for free. We have a mission. We want to change the world, and there are people that can't afford to participate by paying for it. So people can listen for free if they listen at the time we're broadcasting, or they can purchase a gold subscription, and the gold subscription gives them the links to the recordings for all of the sessions that are in that series, the transcripts, the opportunity to get continuing education credits. That would be only for the U.S. practitioners. You probably have, your psychologists in Brazil probably also have to get continuing education, but they're not, they would have to go with their approved boards and so forth. So we make money by the people who want to pay for the download so that they can keep them, listen to them when they want to and over again. But thousands of people also listen for free.
And would you be able to give a sort of a ballpark figure? How big is your business right now in terms of turnover?
In terms of, would you mean like
sales,
in dollars?
In dollars, yeah.
This year we have a shot at making $2 million.
Wow.
I don't know if we'll get there. It'll be between 1,900,000 and 2 million.
And wow, so you have this amazing product which is doing amazing things for the world. People can watch it for free.
Yeah.
It's amazing. How can you actually make money giving some stuff for free? It's something that we talk about a lot in my courses or in my blogs and stuff. But then you still make a lot of money, and I was speaking to you a little bit before this interview, and you were telling that you also do some charity work as well, so you donate money to charity. Can you tell a little bit about that?
Yes. Each time we run a series, so maybe I should just say our series, we might have one on the new brain science, or another one on the treatment of trauma, or on spirituality and healing, or on mindfulness meditation. And each time we have a series, we will pick one day and we will say every dollar that we take in that day, we will donate it to, and we designate a charity. So this year, for instance, we have built a school in Pakistan. We didn't build the school, we provided the funds to maintain the school, to hire the staff and so forth. We have built a well in Africa. We have done some work in Nepal, trying to help girls come out of servitude and be educated. And we'll have another couple of charities to go. One will be in about a month from now, and it hasn't been chosen yet. And then every December we have like a sale, and for about 4 days, and we give 50% of everything we make on that sale to a charity. But in this case, the staff gets to pick the charity. There's right now there's 4 full-time staff members, but there are a lot of college students who work in our office.
So you're turning over 2 million, and you have 4 staff members.
Yeah, and actually several college students that are part-time.
And they get to pick up the charity.
And mostly the college students get involved they study charities, and they argue with each other about which one they think it should be, and they lobby each other to try to convince each other, and they pick that charity, yeah.
And wow, Ruth, this is great. And let's talk about marketing, right? So I suppose the motor, the machine that makes your business grow is marketing. Is a how can I say? It's a well-defined marketing strategy. Is that right? Is that all right to say that marketing is very important in your business? Even
absolutely.
Internet marketing. What is your number one secret? What is the number one tip? What makes a difference in your business that doesn't make a difference between business from other psychologists, for example? What is, if you were to tell them one thing, what would you tell them? Or what is the piece of your business that actually makes it thrive so much in terms of marketing, internet marketing?
Mm-hmm. Well, one of the things that I can tell you that my colleagues and competitors don't do or don't understand yet is you've got to email to people several times. You can't just send one email out and say, we're going to do this, everybody should come, it's going to be great, come. You got to email them many times and find different ways of talking about it to them. And not necessarily doing it on the email. You might do it that way, but you might take an email and push them to a blog post. And in the blog post, there might be actually a video.
Yep.
And it might be a 3-minute video that shows something interesting about the clinical topic that we're going to talk about, and to entice people to get interested. And I would say those kinds of strategies are very important. It's also important to provide value to people, even when they're not paying for anything. Just giving them something for their time that will attract them back, that will be a magnet to them to come back to our site, to pay attention to us as thought leaders.
Wow. So you actually provide, and an email list is the core. I hear is the core, is the heart of your marketing strategy.
Yeah, building a list is key. Developing a product is important too. I mean, it doesn't have to be a perfect product. Getting something going and you know, it won't be perfect the first time, but as you do it, you look at it afterwards and write down all the ideas of how we could have improved it, how we could improve the product to make it more valuable, how we could improve the marketing, and do it again. Only this time it's you know, at another level. It's incrementally better.
Wow.
We didn't start out as successful as we are now. We learned to do that, and partially, Erica, we learned from you.
Yeah.
Because of the ideas that I get in the mastermind that we're in, and or because of the times that I'm in a conference, and I remember a time in Texas we were both attending a conference, and we had a program, and it was on meditation and psychotherapy, which isn't necessarily something Erico knows about, but he knows marketing. And I said, Erico, would you look at my sales page and give me some feedback? And as a result of that feedback, I went up to my hotel room and rearranged the sales page, and sales just exploded. It was so great. So being with a smart mentor, peers that are as good or better than you are, being with a mentor who can attract peers, you know, who where that caliber of person wants to be with them, wants to follow them, so that you know, you're in a tribe of people that are really moving along. You know, it's important to pick your mentor well, because a mentor is critical to always growing. It's important to pick a mentor who is also growing, you know, who is continually training, learning new ideas, him or herself.
Wow, Ruth, well, thank you very much for the time. I know your time is precious, and I want to acknowledge you for the difference you're making in the world. You know, like, you know, business is about making money, and we all need to make money, we all want to make money, we all like to make money. And the good thing, or the very singular thing that I see on you is that is your big why. Is your big why is making a difference in the society. And I know because of not just the charity work you do, now you're talking about that work you were doing, you know, with the military, you know, like to take, am I right to say, to help soldiers to get over trauma?
And to help soldiers be more healthy,
More
you know,
healthy.
so that they're more resilient, because they're going to face trauma.
And you do that by giving stuff for free, and you do that giving stuff, and you end up also making money. And part of this money you end up giving to charity. Part of this money is great. So I mean, I want to acknowledge you, and you're like representing the women that are entrepreneur like really well. You know, like it's an honor to have you here, and thank you very, very much.
You're welcome.